Greetings, beautiful people from all over the world. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to my digital empire. This is Key. This the questioning phase that I was going through, questioning what I want and what it looks like to be on this mission, led me to a point where I have a very interesting clarity. I mean, like, I doubt if I ever had such clarity ever in my spiritual awakening. Like, I'm always sharing from a space of love and vulnerability from my side, and I hope it's appreciated by most of you. It's just a hope that I have, that I am challenging you to be the best version that you can be. In the meantime, I know that I have had my struggles. Usually, this questioning made me realize that I have chosen this path for a reason, and I have to be confident about being where I am in life, because this is the choice that I have made. And the fact that not so many people choose to have the same reality doesn't mean I am wrong for having this journey, that for having this mindset that I have, or unique characteristics that I have. Like, sometimes it's very easy to feel insecure in this world when you see others, like when you see and come across people who are living a normal average life, maybe working in corporates and covering up for all of their needs, and having the confidence that it takes to be in social events or doing what they want to do, traveling and stuff like that, which wasn't the case for me. Because when you create an extraordinary life, it comes with a price to pay. So it's my soul's commitment. It's my deepest desire that I will pay whatever it takes. I will do whatever it takes. I will be whatever I am guided to be, as long as the universe is on my side, and as long as I can trust myself that I'm doing this for the right reasons, right? So usually it's about self acceptance and the acceptance of the uniqueness of what I am doing, and it's okay if I feel alone, because I'm not surrounded by people or situations that are affirming to the truth of the manifester that I am, to the truth of the successful story that I am, the success story that I am. Like, oh my God, like, I'm shivering, like, yesterday and the day before, I almost had a nervous breakdown, to be honest, because I was challenged a lot in the dream world. And I thought all of my dreams were coming from my subconscious, because it happens, the universe helps you to heal through your subconscious. That's the job of spirit guides and angels. They help you to bring into the surface what needs to be released. But I learned that it was also an outside influence. There was an energy coming from outside, from an ex, to me, like, to manipulate my energy or to control my decisions. So when you're spiritual and when you believe in law of attraction, I have seen enough, more than enough, for me to believe in the law of attraction. That's why I'm telling you that I'm manifesting a very beautiful, positive life for myself as well as for others, which is the reason why I call myself Key, right? But when you're a spiritual person attracting other people into your life, there's always similar energies, right? Like, there's always commonalities that are being played out in those connections. So everyone, I would say, I know that I regard as my soul group, or as I regard as being connected to me from common ancestors, they are intuitive. So, it's not that they don't know what's going on. It's not that they don't know who I am, but um, they don't feel like they have what it takes to handle me, or like they try to make me shrink into the person that I am not, so that they can fit into my present reality. So it was the case, not to blame others or not to say anything that's damaging to someone's feelings, but that was the case. Anyways, that was the truth of it. Judging someone and knowing the fact of someone is different, right? So this person that was sending energy, the energy of I am still there, the energy of I know better than others, happened to be my ex. And I didn't know that I opened up for that energy by letting myself present in an environment, okay? So it's all actually for me to learn how to trust the universe. It's not that external influence made me brought me to the clarity that I have. Okay, so like even when we are going through darkest moments or negative situations in our lives, if we are able to see the positive in those circumstances, we will come out as the best version of ourselves, and we will come out with a clarity. Like I'm not the same as I was in the past few days when I was questioning, what do I want? Am I settling for less? Am I being truthful to myself? Am I degrading myself to fit into others? Do I feel in the core of my being for me to manifest what's already mine? It takes to have a team. Like, do I need to have other people with me? Am I being held back by the universe because other people who are supposed to be working with me are not doing the work? But all of these things were, I would say, illusions, because what matters is I am a vibrational match to what's going to be manifested, that I know is big, that I know is enough for us to start acting and working on the vision that we were given by the Almighty for Africa. Okay, so like this level of clarity I never had, to be honest. It's just I thought I was doing something wrong when I was confronted with challenges in my daily life. Okay, like not being able to provide for myself the things that I want, not being able to actually see what it is that I have to do, so I won't worry about what's the next possible thing for myself is in terms of relationship, in terms of survival. But the harder the journey, the greater the reward. I had to participate in a women fellowship meeting last night. I was taken by a sister that I met recently, and in that there were pastors, like women pastors, teaching about personal awakening. They somehow integrated their religious views with a spiritual awakening, general spiritual awakening insights, which I loved really so much. So she said that in one of her speeches, like she said that the harder the journey, the better the reward. So, which is why we shouldn't give up on the person that we want to become, on the person that we want to be, and on the greatness that the universe placed in us. You know it in the core of your being. You are being humbled because it's this moment is teaching you not to pride yourself with what you have as well. Like, if we pride ourselves for having more, the same way that we shrink ourselves for having less, we are measuring our well-being with what's material, with what's physical, and that's not being spiritual. Being spiritual means believing in something that's not yet seen. Okay, like if you are wanting evidence for everything that you are doing, you are definitely doubting the universe, because the universe knows how to deliver your manifestations at the right time, in the right circumstances for you. And yet, if you feel victim, and if you're not taking responsibility for your own feelings and thoughts, and not let others dictate how you must be feeling in each moment, if you are not taking responsibility for that, it shows your instability in the mind, in your being. You are being unstable because you are like the wind now. You tend to have highs and lows. You are going back and forth into expanding and contracting, which is a part of the process. There is nothing looking back, there is nothing that I regret. And now I am like, I completely healed my guilt and shame and not enough stories and wound. I would say, at least for this moment, I could definitely see why I am me and why I have to continue being myself. No matter how much it is costing me, or no matter how I want to be accepted and approved by the people that I love and I care about. And not having that is just only empowering me. Not having that is just only showing me that I am more than capable of doing that for myself, and then be an example for others. And also, I used to think that, since I know that, like, it's not a sacrifice that I'm making, but since I know that I'm doing this for the world, I'm becoming the person I am becoming for the world, for because of our oneness that we share, and because I feel it, I thought that others should be interested in what I am doing. Others should be participating to securing my well-being and stuff like that. But now I see it clearly. I'm doing this for myself, okay? I'm in this mission mainly for myself. So I am not I'm not expecting to be approved or loved for my achievements and then being hated and judged for my failures. What is success anyways? What does it mean to fail in life, right? Sometimes it's like failure is disguised in success. It's a success disguised in your trials and tribulations are taking you to your destiny, to your kingdom, to your empire, to your inner empire, to your outer empire. And not having people to believe in you the same degree that you believe in yourself is the right thing. That's how it should be, because unless you believe in yourself enough to stay in your path and to really know that you are a very beautiful being and you are very powerful, and God is keeping you where you are for a reason, so that you can learn quickly and come into the realization and the fulfillment of your dreams, is just very important. So I have clarity of what I want. I'm not any longer. I know compromisation is especially part of building a healthy relationship, but when we extra compromise on something, we are settling for less than we deserve. And it's true. How many of us lie to not make others uncomfortable? How many of us shrink in our shining moments so that we don't intimidate others? And it's wrong. Knowing what you want doesn't mean you you are lonely. Doesn't mean just the people that are in a vibrational alignment with your inner being aren't on the way. This evidence, this situation, the circumstances in your life, the people in your life cannot be an example or evidence for what you are creating, because what you are creating, when it comes to fruition, you will see how much greater it is, maybe greater than your wildest imagination. That's the universe keep on saying to me. You keep on wanting and insisting to having the things that are even far lesser than what you deserve. So I am in that space of unknown, where I find myself not wanting to explain myself or to defend myself. Healing your past is very important, because that means you are not guarded, right? You are open minded. If there is a possibility of working things out with your friends, if there is a possibility of working on your projects, you are open for that. You're feeling worthy. You're feeling like this is a healed person, right? And in the meantime, sometimes we tend to explain ourselves in situations where we feel like we're not seen or understood the way we are, and it's still wrong. The unknown is the spot that is just the middle spot where you find yourself not wanting to defend or explain anything, and in the meantime giving things the benefit of doubt, right? If something's not what you want, just give it the benefit of doubt, because there is a reason why God sent that to your way. There is a reason why these people are in your life. Either they are valuable lessons or future potentials, right? So that's how I see things, and that's just I'm opening myself and my heart to know lovingly what the deal is, to see how things are going to pan out in my life. And in the meantime, knowing that the circumstances in my life, that my challenges and my achievements don't necessarily define who I am. They don't define who I am at all. And trusting the universe, right? Because, like, it's like I have taken risks from time to time, even like saying no to the corporate world, not being hired by others, and teaching the world by shifting the paradigm of being a boss and having employees, to actually giving chances to talented people, to people, for people to encourage people to live up to their full potentials by opening up their business and by investing their resources on minds, okay? Because it's the mind that now it's 21st century, so information is very important. Like I told you, it's a number one asset right now. So the more people learn to give others with the mind, with a positive mind, with potential, a chance to work with them, we can actually then eradicate the idea of class, the idea of unfairness, right? Because things are unfair now. No matter how much goodness you have within you, you might be still suffering from not being emotionally comforted, not being physically comforted. So that's what I'm doing, and I know that it's not easy. And just accepting the journey, the decision that I made, the choices that I made, accepting them and knowing that I deserve to be loved and to be cared for as I am, that's what gives you the strength that you need. So some people may not be willing to pay a price for a better future, for the better enjoyment of the future, or for having a meaningful life. And they're not wrong. It's just they are who they are, and they are who they are for a reason. One thing that I kept on saying lately that I came up with is you are not here to perfect the arts of God. You are here to adjust to the arts of God that you are. So let that sink in. I love you guys. Rastafari. Selassie.